guys, it's Blue or Kaylee here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through the behind the scenes of a warm spring day, a short film that I featured GFUEL in, and many people asked real quick before we start, are you sponsored or what's going on? I am not sponsored by GFUEL, hence the hashtag GFUEL BlueFierce, so that is just kind of thing that we are grinding for a partnership, and you know, maybe one day we'll get that. I'm super excited. But anyways, back on track with this video. So the whole entire thing started with this sticky note. I traveled to Arizona, my family loves going out there, and I wanted to go ahead and of course make some content out there because, you know, the scenery is just magnificent. So it all started with this sticky note, and you guys know how I love sticky notes. You know, I have some sticky notes right here. Unfortunately, I didn't have sticky notes at the time, but you know, Windows has you covered with the sticky notes app, and I don't even think Apple has this. Do they? I forget. Anyways, so I use sticky notes, and this is kind of how I set up this shot, and it literally, this went into the Adobe Premiere timeline, which is the editing software that I use. So if you're interested in creating any short films, something similar to what I have uploaded, and for everyone just, you know, saying if it wasn't even perfect or it wasn't that good or whatever, I really wasn't going for perfection in this. I was really going for the creativity and the creative mindset of just having fun with this and really having a fun time creating my own kind of B-roll short film, because this is the first time I've ever done something like this, and I think for my first time it turned out really well. So if you are, you know, thinking of creating something like this, I really suggest you write this down in a journal, piece of paper, or even use sticky notes. I actually did transfer these to a document, that way it's just easier for me to edit if I'm on my phone or something. So anyways, that's kind of the starting of me creating this film. So here is the whole entire timeline of the whole entire film. And I want to go ahead and start off with the kind of editing tactics and, you know, some of the things that might just seem totally, you know, clueless or, you know, seamless for people, and that is the sound. So if you did make it to the credits, if you did watch the credits, you would see that music and sound by Epidemic Sounds. So I do have a subscription to Epidemic Sounds, and pretty much everything besides me putting in the ice was a sound effect by Epidemic Sounds, because they have such a good library of sound effects. If you are really into filmmaking and, you know, video design, whatever, I highly suggest that you look to a platform like Epidemic Sounds, because it's just so good. Anyways, so as you can see here, when I am pouring in, I'll just go ahead and play this clip for you, but here you can go ahead and hear it for yourself. So it is a little laggy right there, but as you can see, me pouring in the water, that is a complete sound effect, and also me opening the canister of GFUEL or the tub of GFUEL is a sound effect. Now I did use presets for this just because it did make the editing go faster. This took me probably the rest of the day to edit, just because I wanted things to, you know, be perfect in a way, or just go without like seeing, oh, that was a harsh cut or whatever. And I do notice that there are some harsh cuts sometimes and not everything is lined up, but again, this is my first time going after it. One of my favorite parts of the video is actually the beginning, and the whole entire story of this video is pretty much is that it starts with the weather playing in the background, and you do get a first glimpse right here with the phone, and then the transition to the scenery of the desert. But you get a feeling that it is a warm summer day, the weather's playing in the background. What do you do on like a warm spring day, not summer? And you go hiking in the desert. That is one thing that my family loves to do and that I love to do, go exploring, look for wildlife. And what do you bring along while hiking? Well, of course, water, but in this case, GFUEL, of course, because it gives you that energy. And you guys also saw me hike to the courts in Arizona, same thing with GFUEL, which was really fun. But anyways, that's kind of the whole entire story, you know, taking GFUEL along with you because it is such a refreshing drink. So anyways, the weather was actually a real news clip of the weather that day. I found it on the web channel weather channel, web channel, jeez, my gosh, on the weather channel, I got that audio and I actually input it into the timeline, and it really worked. I'm glad I could find the right parts, because I did have to go ahead and, you know, find and cut certain parts together, because this lady was talking about random stuff which I don't even know. Again, talking about sound real quick, like, you know, all the whooshes and all that stuff, all epidemic sounds again. And yeah, I did do some editing to the audio, and it is super easy. I just have this bandpass over it. I don't even know if that is the right thing to add, but it made it sound like it was kind of on a radio or whatever. You know, I'm not too good with the effects with Premiere yet, but you know, it sounded good, so I kept it. So going along with the sound is then music. Music plays a huge role, and I wanted this to be kind of a calm, chill, fun song until it got to the actual part of me hiking. So, you know, the whole entire build up, you know, I made GFUEL, but I need to go ahead and put on my hiking shoes, and then I also grabbed my sunglasses because it was a very, very sunny day, as you can see by the video. I'll try and get to that part so you guys can go ahead and see. So I'll go ahead and play it from here, and you can just kind of see the build up in the music. And then, yeah, let me just go ahead and change this. All right, here we go. So yeah, as you can see, this song by Oi, again, Epidemic Sounds, and I'll leave the song in the description if you are interested. I actually did have to do some cutting at the end of this song. It was just a continuous loop, so I tried to get the loop, you know, connected back together, and it ended up working fine because I didn't see or I didn't hear any difference, but that was just towards the end of the song. The song is actually a lot longer than this, but since the video is only like 2 minutes long, kind of had to trim the audio. But as you can see, you know, the build-up is there, and fortunately I was looking for a song that had a pretty good gap for until the bass drop of the song, because, you know, getting ready and all that is, you know, getting ready for the final event, which is me hiking. So the last and final part that is probably one of my favorites, but yet very tedious part of the editing, is when the GFUEL BlueFierce popped up, and I want to go ahead and just quick play that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that part was the hardest part about editing, because I had to go in manually with this little brush tool here and go over each, and literally have to write this out very slowly. It was so you know, time consuming, and I had to each individually keyframe it too, so it would animate then, and it was just, it took me so long, and it took me 2 tries because the first time didn't really work. So it just took a very long time, but I really wanted that to go ahead and pop up, because hey, we are, you know, grinding for GFUEL, for a partnership, and you know, I just thought this would be great at the end. That is pretty much it for the whole entire behind the scenes. This was super fun to create. I loved creating this, and I have a couple more ideas up my sleeve to incorporate GFUEL again, of course, because you know, I love GFUEL, and it's great to incorporate in your videos. It's honestly great. It's super fun because it's such a, you know, cool product, you know, the tubs or the cans, and also sense of the activities that I do. You know, I do long hours of video editing, gaming, sometimes gaming, you know, streaming sometimes, so we'll combine that in together. But then also hockey, you know, I drink GFUEL right before I get into practice, or, you know, just a day where I want to chill, drink some GFUEL. So for the stuff that I do, and probably you guys too, if you guys play sports and if you guys want to do a fun video like this, highly recommend you go ahead and do that with GFUEL, or I mean, whatever drink you have at the moment, if you want to do one with, I don't know, Gatorade or something. But yeah, anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, this is the whole entire timeline, and I do use S-Log3 footage, color grade it, and then also I did add some LUTs, such as right here. You can definitely see it's the Polaroid LUT from Sydney. So yeah, anyways, that is it for today's video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. and I will try and answer them as best as I can, because I don't know if I really did a good job in this video. But yeah, anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Also, one more thing, that this was all edited on my laptop, and I have a Dell XPS with a 1650 graphics card, and it did phenomenal. So if you're interested in editing videos while you're traveling, highly recommend you get a Dell XPS. For sure, they work great. Alright, bye guys.